Welcome back to Overhead Athletics. We're actually going through a little BFR training here. We're working on some structural integrity work, as we like to call it, but really what we're doing is working on posture and strength throughout the entire system and getting Antonio who you've seen in previous videos to actually stabilize his posture as he utilizes his legs and actually has a little bit of load. And he actually came to us. Can you kick that leg around a little bit for us? He actually came to us previously, okay, bring it back, as a patient had back problems and he wasn't able to rotate in the throw. As a result of that, he was not at full 100% tilt there early in the high school season, and now we're kind of getting him into where we're up at, or approaching peak levels for performance for this season, and then we're trying to build into next season. And one of the big things that Antonio's had difficulty with is actually stabilizing his posture, keeping good core control, and he's actually had some pretty decent lower extremity strength. Kick that leg around for me. Just move it around a little bit. He's had some pretty decent lower extremity strength for what we've seen relative elsewhere. Not that he's super strong in the legs or anything of that nature. We've seen that he's not really weak here, but he has been pretty weak here and throughout the back. So what we're doing with our workout today is we're actually hooking up the BFR, the Recover Fund cuffs here. You've seen us use some different BFR cuffs before. I like these ones. They're able to be cleaned easily. But we're using them on the lower extremity, and you can use them on the upper as well. We're using them on the lower extremity here because we're going to do a deadlift workout where we're going to try to overload his paraspinals, his scapular retractors, and overload him into that posture pattern. And he's already done kind of one set as a warm-up here. But the legs are not going to get burned out for him on this exercise, so we throw some BFR cuffs on there. Get up nice and close to that bar for me. And he's been deadlifting for maybe 2-3 weeks with us. We're at 95 pounds, which is not going to be enough to overload. Get that good posture, sink your butt, drive your knees out, good. It's not going to be enough to overload his legs, but it is enough to overload his postural control. So with the BFR cuffs, we're able to kind of simultaneously get an overload in both systems here, through the legs and through the back, by actually occluding some blood flow to the legs. And we're working with kind of in that working parameters, 50 to 60% occlusion here on the lower extremity. We could go up to 80. We're not doing that today. What you also notice here is there's actually a little piece of 4x1 under Antonio's foot. Antonio actually has a bit of a leg length discrepancy where we actually have approximately ½ inch, and that was actually measured. We saw it in person the first day we kind of assessed him. One of our orthopedic surgeon friends took a peek at it with some imaging and actually said, yeah, there's about an 1/8 inch on the tibia, 1/8 inch on the femur. So every other set or so, right into your next one here, every other set or so we'll throw something under the foot just to give him a little bit different orientation there of his pelvis. So now we've got nice scapular retraction here. He's going into a RDL, which is difficult for him to control. Keep these legs mostly stiff for me. Good. And if he starts to lose that posture and loses that nice erect posture, that's the end of the depth. So the next set I'll have him actually flip sideways for you. This is one application of BFR. So we have applications where it's like, listen, we're post-surgery, we're trying to actually put on or maintain a little bit of muscle mass. We have guys using them for just purely hypertrophy gains, and we have guys using them as a recovery modality. We also have guys where it's like, hey, we're going to try to get the most out of this workout, which means we're not going to try to do any isolation work for the lower extremity. Let's use a little bit of BFR and actually get him stronger through those planes, through that entire system here, while we actually simultaneously challenge the legs with a little bit of BFR. So if we were working on pure leg strength, we probably wouldn't do it in this fashion here. So now I'm going to kick the board out. You're going to go through, give yourself a nice 10, 20-second rest. And with postural-based exercise and BFR, we're actually going through a lower rest period.
It definitely burns.
Yeah, as he said, it definitely burns. So that's kind of what we're looking for here, is to be able to challenge those legs at the same time that we're challenging the core and the posture. And Antonio's, are you 16?
Yeah.
16 years old. We've been able to see him go up in speed, but this is what's been limiting him primarily moving forward. So let's get good posture there. Good posture. Drive those knees out. Drive them out. Little cramp there. Little fatigue. Good. Joe, pull here. Pull here. Pull together. Good. Up. Good. Hold this. Hold this. Keep good chin tuck. Good chin tuck. Good. This is a tremendous improvement from how Antonio was doing his deadlifts previously. Hold that, hold that. And I'll bring the camera around here. And when we get directly behind Antonio here, you can actually see that kind of obliquity of the pelvis there. We can see that right leg or that right side is a little bit lower. So we continue to train that. We continue to utilize techniques that are going to allow him to access better positions. Okay, let's go sideways to the camera just so I can see it good here. Yep. So now you can actually see the technique he's utilizing through his back here as he maintains good posture. Stiff legs, and you see a little bit of kyphosis here, but that's just his anatomy a bit, and we've been working on extension. Let that weight come forward just a tad. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Come on, go, 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 go. Good. And we'll actually have him go one more set after this, and then we'll take off the cuffs. See, he lost it. He lost that posture there. So now we're going to say, okay, let's not go so far down. Hold, hold, hold. Not so far. Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Burns the back.
It's good. Good.
Supposed to?
Yeah. Come on, come on. Keep your shoulders back. Shoulders back. Pinch, 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 pinch. Good. Chin tuck, chin tuck, chin tuck. So we're always focused on posture, and we know that's something that he's had difficult time with. You can see him trying to pull that weight back in. Let that weight come forward. Good. So that's way more difficult. You can see as he fatigues, that's something we're working on. One more. Tuck your chin, hold. One more good one. Come on, those aren't good. Let's go. Tuck your chin, hold. Pull your shoulder blades together. Good. Okay, relax. 30 seconds off. And nobody's going to get hurt here with a 28-pound kettlebell or whatever that is there. 35-pound kettlebell, someone his size is not going to get hurt by using a 35-pound kettlebell and kind of losing that technique. We're trying to get him to stabilize that technique as much as possible. You got one more run through here, and we'll take a little break. Okay. So we're loading that posterior chain, we're loading that back up really well. And we also, that we haven't mentioned here, is we also have the weights actually up a little bit, and that's because he has some difficulty in the last few inches getting to the floor with good technique. So we're trying to reinforce good technique here. Nice. At a kind of increased height, and then as he's better, we can actually decrease that by an inch, maybe go from 45-pound bumpers to 35-pound or 45-pound plate to get him lower and lower to the floor as he can kind of tolerate it and as he can actually access good positioning at those lower depths. Tuck your chin. So just one application of BFR to actually simultaneously stimulate the legs and the back. Okay, this is under your foot, under your right foot. Good. Well, hold it, hold tight. I want, even if I don't care if you go 4 inches. Good. Squeeze here hard. Squeeze here hard. Up. See, he does not have to go very far down. Squeeze harder. Lost it. Tuck your chin. Tuck your chin. Come on. Good. Not even so far. Squeeze. Tuck your chin. Up.
2 more. Oh, 3 more.
Up. Good. Come on, squeeze here. 1 more. Tuck your chin hard. Tuck your chin. Good, 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 good. Rest. So that's a nice little BFR workout. You can go ahead and push down on those there.
I do.
Push it down right there. Let the air out. And another application, another thing that we can utilize with our athletes to get the most out of each set and challenge that entire system. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.